Hello again, GCSE Media students. Right, we're carrying on with your magazine project, and this time we're looking at audience research and planning, targeting your audience, doing some research and planning into that. Now, you should by now know what your magazine is going to be about, more or less, and have done the planning and the brainstorm for types of magazine that you could do. You need to choose one and decide what you're going to do. So, the learning intention for this is we are learning to think about and describe a precise target audience in terms of what they like, their behaviours, and their consumption habits, i.e. what sort of things they like to buy. Okay. Now I'll show you. So you need to think exactly about your target audience. Who are they? Picture them in your head. Picture a typical audience member in your head, and we're going to create a reader profile. I'll show you a model of this in a minute. You'll be thinking about the sort of things like what kind of clothes they wear, what's their hairstyle like, where do they shop, where do they live, what job do they have. And the more specific you can be about that, the better. And this will help you sell your magazine to advertisers. This will help you know who your readership is, so you'll know what sort of things they want in your magazine, and you'll be able to sell space to advertisers much more easily. Right, the model that we're going to use is this. Now, I've given you a paper copy of this as well. It's about the NME, the New Musical Express, which is a music magazine. And if you go on their website, they'll give you this, a reader profile. This is what you're aiming to produce today. Now, the first thing I'll draw your attention to is the key stats bit, the key statistics. Now, I want you to include one of these on your work, which you'll do your work on Publisher or Word, possibly PowerPoint, but you're aiming for one sheet, one A4 sheet. Right, they've said their readership is about 75% male, so mainly men read this magazine, 25% female. The average age, the median age, is 22. So I want you to come up with all of these things for your magazine. I mean, you don't know, do you? It's not a real magazine, so imagine it. They've got a 39% student readership. ABC 151%. Now that is something different. That's about the social class of their audience, and I'm going to make a separate film explaining that to you. You can't really do circulation, you can't do readership because we don't know that yet. Okay, so you need to get key stats about your reader on there. They've also got a little bit of text here about what kind of music they like and what kind of films they like. You might choose to do the same. Although if you're doing a car magazine, you might have a bit more detail about what kind of cars they like. Obviously, NME is a music and film magazine, really. So you might have little bits of writing on yours as well. But really, this is the interesting bit, where what they've done is they've basically gone online, gone on Google, chosen a bunch of images which show their readership, and they've made a collage out of them. So, for example, they've got this 22-year-old audience. They've got some Carling, which is kind of, you know, cheap lager that young people might be interested in drinking. They've got Snickers. They reckon this audience still eats lots of chocolate. They've got Xbox 360. So this audience likes to play Xbox. Pepsi, Beck's. They've got some of the clothes that they like to wear, and they've got some of the brand names that they like, that their audience, their readership, likes to buy and shop at and things. H&M, Puma, Topman, Fred Perry, Adidas, blah blah blah. Okay, they've also got a car, the type of car that they usually buy, or may typically buy. They've got a PlayStation. So they're trying to show a collage of what they've got. This guy with his girlfriend at some sort of music festival. Okay, and they've layered it all on to make this really nice collage. That is your task, to try and replicate that for your own magazine, for your own target audience today. Now, really quickly then, because I've not got long, how do you do this well? Okay, skilled work that's going to get you up to a D grade is choosing and displaying items that fit with your chosen target audience. It makes sense. What you put on there makes sense. You'd also show understanding of an appropriate age, gender, and ethnicity. So if your magazine is, I don't know, a football magazine for kids, you're not going to put on loads of stuff that old people like. Okay, like Antiques Roadshow or Songs of Praise. Excellence, you're doing that, but you're also choosing items which fit your target audience with increasing precision and imagination. You're thinking more carefully about it and putting more careful choices into place. Detail and really, really good presentation. You need to know how to crop images. Maybe I'll make a quick jing showing you how to do that. But that's your task. It's an important part of your planning and your controlled assessment. Off you go.